friends, welcome to my channel and just do subscribe it. Okay, today I'm going to share about the story which has the moral that is value, or which gives a moral message. The message is honesty is the best policy. So I'm talking about a king. Once there lived a king named Vidyadhara in the kingdom of Gandhara. Gandhara was a beautiful place, and the king was just awesome because he was loved by his subjects. Everyone in the kingdom loved him very much because he was a wise king, he was a just king, and he treated everyone equally. But the king had no children, and we know that in a monarchical form of government or in a monarchical system, a king's son can become the king. So, what happened? Since the king had no children, he was in deep thought, and people of his kingdom were also very much, that means they were just worried that who would become the king, that means the next king, if something goes wrong with the present king. So Vidyadhara, what he did, he loved his kingdom too much, and he also wanted to do something for his kingdom in his absence, as he had no children. So he called out all the ministers of his kingdom and conducted a meeting. He called everyone and he declared that all the children in the village would be given a seed, and he will give them time to grow the seed, and the child who grows the seed, or the child who just can take care of the seed to make it grow into a plant so that the plant can bear flowers, within 3 months would become the king. So accordingly, the children were called the next day, and then all the children were given a seed each. Among them, Pingala was also one of the children who got a seed. So the children were very happy because they came to know that if he or she is able to let the seed grow into a plant, okay, then they would become the king. Accordingly, they tried their level best to let the seed grow, to let the seed sprout, or let the seed grow into plants, okay, and bear flowers. They tried their level best. They tried day and night. They put all their effort, and Pingala also did the same. Pingala was the boy of a poor farmer. He also did his best to let the seed sprout. But then we can say it is due to his ill luck, or maybe God was with him, that we'll come to know later what happened to Pingala. But Pingala's seed did not sprout. He kept on working, he put his effort, but then he was not able to let the seed sprout. So he called out his father. Father, father, you see that my seed is not growing, it is not sprouting. So he was very much worried. So he called his father again. See, father, see, it is not growing at all. Father came, and then he looked at the hard work of the child, and he instructed his child, you keep on working, you put your effort. One day or the other, the seed will sprout. But his suggestion, his instruction did not work. Pingala could not, or he was not able to let the seed sprout its leaves. So by the time 3 months got over, all the children were called in the palace. So all the other children, they were very much happy with their sprouted leaves with so many colorful flowers, red, green, blue, yellow, violet, and Pingala's pot was fully empty. Pingala was very much ashamed because he was not able to give his best. So he was ashamed of himself, and he stood at the last line. That means he stood at the end with his empty pot, and he was just looking at other pot. Some had blue flowers, red flowers, green, white, yellow. Okay, but Pingala could not do it well. The king had seen Pingala. He looked at other children's pot. It was fully colorful. But when he looked at Pingala, he felt sad. Okay? Even though he felt sad, he knew that Pingala was honest. So he has seen the other children's pot, and he had seen Pingala's pot too. He called out Pingala, and then he asked, "Why is your pot empty?" The boy was very quiet. He kept crying. So the king again asked, "What happened, Pingala? Why are you crying?" He said, "My lord, my majesty, I am not able to do what you had told me. I tried my level best. I put all my effort. I gave manure, whatever was needed for the seed to sprout. But I don't know, majesty, what happened to this seed." So the king smiled and said, "Pingala, you will become the king." The king announced in front of everyone that you will become the king. So other children were very much surprised to hear the announcement of the king, because Pingala's pot was totally empty, and the other children's pot, it was full of leaves, full of flowers, as I have mentioned the colors. So many colorful pots they have. So even though they were surprised, according to the instruction of the king, but the king said that I will make Pingala the next king. Why? Because Pingala is an honest boy. You know, children, what have you done? You have cheated me, because I gave roasted seeds to all, whose seed will never sprout. I gave roasted seed to Pingala too. Pingala did everything, he put his effort. Okay, so he is the honest boy. The king did not mention that other children had cheated. So here lies the honesty of Pingala. So what we should do? We may face many difficulties in life. Sometimes we give up. But our honesty should not be vanished from us. We should always be honest. We should not choose any means, okay, so that it spoils our character, it spoils our nature. We should always be honest like Pingala. So the king declared Pingala as the king, next king I mean, and Pingala was very happy, and Pingala's father was also very much happy, because his son did a great work. Okay, so the moral of the story is, honesty is the best policy. Sometimes we might face many difficulties, but we should not choose any unfair means. Okay, so that is the message for the day. Thank you all.